Hey guys, I have 25 minutes maximum. I just want to break down the Bundesliga and the fact that Bayer Leverkusen have just gone the whole season in the league undefeated, which is just scandalous, in my humble opinion. This is a team that finished sixth last season with 50 points, and they've just won the league with 90 points. So they got 40 points more than they got last season. And there's something not quite right with that, is there? Something not quite right with a team getting 50 points and then the following season getting 90. Because they won the last game 2-1. All right? And they got to 90 points. They did that on the 18th of May, 18-5. 18 times 5 is 90. And they did it by beating Augsburg 2-1. And War Guys equals 21. And just these jersey numbers are just getting crazier by the day. They're getting crazier by the day. The more I look at these teams, just becoming ridiculous. So Leverkusen win the league. Now you would think that Bayern finished second. No. Stuttgart finished ahead of Bayern Munich, who got to the Champions League semi-final, who were the huge favourites to win the league. Stuttgart, because they won their last game against Mönchengladbach 4-0, and Bayern lost. And if you notice Stuttgart, their crest is a black horse, which symbolises famine. Stuttgart is where Jurgen Klopp was born, but it's the horse, guys. So they finished on 73 points, did Stuttgart, and that connects to the royal family, who have German blood. Queen equals 73. She was married for 73 years, and King Charles III became the king when he was 73 years old. Now, Bayern Munich, they ended on 72 points. They've been connected to the Pope all year. And I think he's got Nazi blood as well. And he became the Pope on the 72nd day of the year. And Bayern ended on 3 draws and 8 losses in the league. And Ezekiel 38, the 38th chapter of the book of Ezekiel, which is in the Old Testament, contains these prophecies attributed to the prophet Ezekiel, and it's one of the book of the prophets. And in Ezekiel 38, we learn that Ezekiel saw in vision a great battle that will precede the second coming of Jesus Christ, where the Lord declared whom he will be against in this great battle. So I'm going to give a shout out to somebody on my website. First of all, I have to give a huge shout out to Rico. I think he coded 5 goal scorers. Guys, out of this world. But to my brother, Riddler coded Bayern Munich to lose 4-2. Now, you know I brought that number 42 to the table for years. And Bayern Munich, they just lost 4-2 to Hoffenheim. Kramaric scored a hat-trick. Number 27, just 9 + 9 + 9. These ridiculous numbers. And if you look at Bayern Munich, guys, Bayern Munich had a 2-0 lead. This is Bayern Munich, one of the greatest teams in the history of football. Much love, Ollie. God bless you, my brother. I've just seen the chat. I hope you're well. Hope your dad's doing well. And I'll keep praying for him. And I'll drop you an email soon, brother. So I'm glad you're here. Bayern Munich, they took a 2-0 lead, so that pays out with most bookmakers. But they scored after 4 minutes, and Rico coded Tell to score. And he's number 39, and we know that World War II began in 39. But Bayern scored after 4 minutes, and then Hoffenheim win the game with 4 goals. And then Alphonso Davies scored after 6 minutes. 4 and 6. And World War I lasted 4 years, and World War II lasted 6 years. And they lost 4-2, and World War equals 42. war equals 42. And Albert Pike, who predicted 3 world wars, he died on 4-2. And if you want to know why Harry Kane didn't play, I'll tell you why Harry Kane didn't play. Straight up tell you. Because they had to keep him on 36 goals. The Devil had to keep him on 36 goals in the league. Can I get a woo? So he got the golden boot, which I called at the beginning. It was only like, it was the favourite. Can't remember the odds, but you would have had to have bet big in order for him to have won you a decent amount of money. I think it was like minus 150 or something. And remember, it's his first season. You don't know how he's going to adapt to life in Germany. There's all of that. But he just went there and absolutely killed it. And I can tell you why he killed it in a moment. But he ended on 36 goals, just like Haaland did last year in his first season. When I told you Haaland will end with 42 goals or 36 before the season began. And he ended on 36. And now with Kane, he ends on 36 goals and Bayern lose their last game 4-2. Why is the 36 and 42 so significant? The Beast of Revelation reigns for 3 years and 6 months, which is 42 months. And 666 is the 36 triangular number. Notice that the square root of 36 is 6, and in Bayern's last game, 6 goals were scored. Thank you, Ollie. So it's just off the charts. I coded Dortmund to win today just for one specific reason. I wanted to see if Darmstadt would end the season with 17 points because I was keeping my eye on that. And also 3 wins and 8 draws, the 38 for Ezekiel. And they lost. Dortmund beat them 4-0. Remember, Jesus fasted 40 days and 40 nights. I've told you Leverkusen finished with 40 points more than they did last season. Just crazy. The reason I wanted Darmstadt to end on 17 points is because Germany is hosting Euro 2024, which is the 17th edition. So I was like, how perfect that the team that finishes the bottom of the Bundesliga in Germany finishes with 17 points right before Germany are about to host the 17th edition of the Euros. So I was like, let me keep my eye on this. And I know we're going to get some goal scorers. We coded Royce. Rico got Royce. And Royce scoring as well. It was his last league game for Dortmund. So he scored and he assisted. I said 5th versus 18th on 5-18. As soon as I saw that, I just giggled that the 5th place team played the 18th place team on 5-18. Yeah, Jesuit order equals 42. Vatican City was founded the 42nd day of the year in 1929. We just had the Super Bowl on the 42nd day of the year where the Chiefs became 4-2 in Super Bowls. Can I get a woo? Even if it's just for Molly. All these 42s. Last time England won the World Cup was 4-2. Argentina won the shootout in the recent World Cup final, 4-2. So all my numbers are playing out. Did you see yesterday in the hockey? Did you see what went down in the hockey yesterday? I couldn't believe it. I could not believe. So the Panthers beat the Bruins. They won the series 4-2. They beat them 2-1 yesterday. I told you war equals 21 and 42. It's why Dortmund ended on 63 points, because you add up those numbers, it's 63. But Florida Panthers beat the Bruins 4-2 in the series. They beat them 2-1 yesterday. Number 42 got the winning goal. And the Bruins ended on 42 losses this season. When you add up their regular season losses, like regular time, overtime losses, and playoff losses. 42s. And Siakam yesterday was the best player for the Pacers. He was born on 4-2. And I saw at halftime he got interviewed. Siakam got interviewed at halftime when the Pacers, I think they were up by 10. And they interviewed him. Why? Because his jersey number's 43. Telling you that the series was going to go to a game 7. 10 points is nothing in the NBA at halftime. It's honestly nothing. And they had to go and interview number 43. And I was like, these subtle things, is this part of the black magic? I don't know. Gav, it's been a while, brother. What's twice, 3 times a lady? We love you, bro. Just having a crack at all this inversion everywhere, but we're not inverted, so praise the Lord and his original design and love through us in his image. Amen. I was talking about how we were created in God's image last night. It's far more than the physical, because God doesn't have a physical body, does he? So I'm going to do a stream likely about what it actually means by man being created in God's image, and why Lucifer can't stand that, because the angels were not created in God's image. He can't handle that. So listen to this for Dortmund. 5th versus 18th, they meet on 5-18. 5 plus 18 equals 23. Darmstadt can get their 23rd loss in the league. Now, I said, it's crazy the final games of the season will be played on the 139th day of the year. And this is game week 34. Because 139 is the 34th prime. And if you look at this playoff game right now, the League One playoff final, it's 3rd against 4th. Guys, it's the 139th day of the year, the 34th prime. I'll tell you why Oxford are winning after this. It just makes perfect sense that Dortmund beat Darmstadt to keep them on 17 points, as Germany will be hosting the 17th edition of the Euros. The Bundesliga was founded in Dortmund on 28/7/1962, exactly 48 years after World War I began, and Israel declared its independence in 48. And this year's top goal scorer, guys, is Harry Kane, who was born exactly 31 years after the Bundesliga was founded. Harry Kane, guys, was born on the anniversary of World War I beginning, and Harry Kane was born on the anniversary of the Bundesliga being founded. And he's just gone to Germany, the year that Germany are hosting the Euros, where he's going to be the captain of England, and dominated with 36 goals. Explain that one. Not a lot of people know that the Bundesliga was founded in Dortmund on the anniversary of World War I beginning. Darmstadt will end the season with 3 wins and 8 draws in the league. I told you that's all about Ezekiel 38. Now listen to this. Darmstadt coach can stay on 42 points all time in the Bundesliga. World War equals 42, war equals 42. Darmstadt coach can get his 202nd career loss, a span of 202 days after Dortmund coach's birthday. So yes, Dortmund should be beating that team, but it's just how it's going down, the 42s. Dortmund, Champions League final, even though they finished 5th in the Bundesliga. Just crazy. By the way, Bayern Munich finished with 23 wins and 3 draws, 2-3-3s, the 51st prime. And the Illuminati were founded in Bavaria, where Bayern Munich play, on 5-1. So if somebody can explain how Leverkusen got 18 points more than Bayern, please do so. 6 + 6 + 6. Leverkusen, 28 wins, 6 draws, 0 losses. They got 89 goals scored, 24 conceded. 89 is the 24th prime. I am gobsmacked. And there's 18 teams in the Bundesliga, so the bottom team finished 18th, top team first. 181 is the 42nd prime number. Absolute joke. Did you know that today leaves 227 days left in the year? And Bayern were founded on 227, which connects to pi, the infinite number, because 22 divided by 7 is 3.14, which is pi. 227 is the 49th prime, which connects to Revelation. So yeah, absolutely gobsmacked with all of this stuff. So what's this question? I've got a question. What made you realize all this? Really difficult question. It's probably too long for me to answer. Back in 2020, when we got put into lockdown, I live in Mexico. I began to write a book called The Illusion. It was supposed to be about psychology and the mind and how society is an illusion that we've accepted to be our reality. And then I just started studying everything imaginable. I'm not going to go in and out with everything I studied. I eventually came across numerology and symbolism and gematria. And each and every day I was studying it. I got better at it. And I was putting more and more things together. Then I studied the Bible and saw that it's all biblical. It's not something that happened overnight, to be honest. Astonishing. Thank you very much. Adam, how many books have you made? 11. And I'm writing my 12th. But it's difficult, this book. The infiltration of creation. I'm trying to figure out how to approach it. I just want to show you that Satan's infiltrated everything within this world, everything. There's still good in the world, though. God's already won. But I've wrote 11 books, and I think they're all really good. And I get great feedback. Assign Pep goes 5-1 tomorrow. Yeah. Do you remember Ancelotti, if he beats Dortmund in the Champions League final, he goes 5-1 in Champions League finals, exactly 51 weeks after his birthday. Or before his birthday. Can't remember. I think it's before his birthday. It's crazy. It's crazy. But he can drop to 4-2. So it's never straightforward in major finals, I'll tell you that. But it's going to be interesting. Women's Super League ends. Chelsea 55, City 55. Chelsea nick it on goal difference. If Arsenal win tomorrow, they have 28-5-5. Genius Flinney, I do believe Arsenal win tomorrow. Satan equals 55. Russia invaded the Ukraine the 55th day of 2022. Remember Sir Alex Ferguson's last ever game finished 5-5, and he got a brain hemorrhage on May the 5th, 5-5. Satan's 55, Red Devils 55, the nickname of Man United. So Mr. Flynn likes the Hammers. Again, I don't, but if you do like the Hammers, take them at that price. And Flinny, don't take them to win. If you're going to bet on West Ham tomorrow, take them not to lose, 6-1. Just a fun bet. It's highly unlikely City should win from all the codes that I have. So before I go, I'm not going to go into all the Leverkusen stuff because I've done 3 videos about it. Yeah, no, Flinny, nobody will question that. You're right. Where can we find and purchase them? I appreciate these questions, brother. Just basically all my books are in the description of my videos. You decide which ones you want. You PayPal me the money. I send you the PDF and you learn so much. Let me just break this down. Thank you for asking that question. So if you want any, just let me know. Right. My mate Thomas Lockwood, he looked into this Bolton-Oxford game. And although he saw a lot of numbers for Bolton, which he did, I'm going to break down what's gone on in this game with Oxford being 2-0 up. I didn't look into the game whatsoever. Listen to this. And I need a few woos because this, I think, is going to blow your mind. So Oxford look like they're going up. There's still 20 minutes left. It's football. Anything can happen. If you look at Oxford's logo, it looks a lot like Baphomet. Can somebody give me a woo? Yeah, Man City facing 115 charges. Moyes born on the 115th day of the year. That's crazy stuff. So if you look at Oxford's logo, it looks like Baphomet. But when you think about the ox in the Bible, there was no animal in the rural economy of the Israelites. So indeed in that of the ancient Orientals generally, that was held in higher esteem than the ox. And deservedly so. For the ox was the animal upon whose patient labors depended all the ordinary operations of farming. All right, because the oxes were used for plowing, treading out corn, drought purposes. All right, and I keep telling you that I believe that a famine is coming. But the ox was really important with the economy for the Jews. And it was a highly regarded animal. So Oxford looked like they're going up, which is, I'm sure everybody thought Bolton. But again, I don't know much about League One. But if you check this out, all right, I'm going to tell you, Murphy has scored both goals for Oxford. Now, Murphy was born on 224. World War I lasted a span of exactly 224 weeks, 224. And Russia invaded the Ukraine on 224 on Murphy's 27th birthday. Okay? And he scored in this game, his second goal after 42 minutes. It's just incredible. And Bolton have a player called Charles. And he got subbed off after 66 minutes. And Charles equals 66. See the painting of him recently, looks like the Baphomet. And Revelation's the 66th book of the Bible. The Church of Satan was founded in 66. So, and this Murphy, who scored 2 goals, all right, he's got that birthday, which connects to Russia invading the Ukraine. He was born in Wembley. So Murphy, who's just scored 2 goals at Wembley Stadium, was born in Wembley because it's an actual place in London. So, yeah, the White Horse on Ipswich badge, yeah, back-to-back, another back-to-back, wasn't it? I didn't catch that one until late in the season. But all these back-to-backs that we're seeing, we're going to have back-to-back Manchester Derby, FA Cup finals. I don't think we'd ever had one before. And then they say it's like London buses, back-to-back. Alistair Crowley's autobiography also came out in 66. Wow, I actually didn't know that. I'm amazed I didn't know that. Thank you. Arsenal last won the league on David Moyes' 41st birthday. See, that's crazy, but 41's the 13th prime, and Arsenal can stay on 13 league titles as City get to 91 points, the 13th triangular number. So, yeah, it's interesting tomorrow. So I do think badges are giving a lot away. Bayer Leverkusen won the league. They connected to World War I and the pharmaceutical industry. Please watch my videos about them. 89 points plus 55 is 144. Add them up, you get 9, which is the number of titles City would be left on if they don't win. Also, with the 144, Arsenal can get the 14th league title and 4th Premier League title. It's gonna take something wild, but you can't write it off. I think if City win, they cruise, is my thought. If City win, they cruise, and it's anticlimactic. If West Ham score first, or if it's 1-0 for a long time, then okay, you might be on the money. But I think if City win, they crush them, is what I see. I'm not saying they're going to crush them. I'm like, if they win, I don't think they sneak it. I think they'll cruise them. Sorry, I'm late. Anyone seen the Usyk 322 weigh-in? No way. No, I've coded that fight. It's really tough. I didn't go really deep. It's in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the Gypsy King. Have you noticed Fury comes in with 34 wins on the 139th day of the year, the 34th prime? He can, of course, come off that. But you got Ukraine against the UK reign. It's undisputed. It's not happened since 1999, which was Lennox Lewis. He was English. He was born in West Ham, which is interesting. And City play West Ham tomorrow. Lennox Lewis, he was the last undisputed world heavyweight champion, 1999, when Man United won the treble. I've seen a lot of 115s. Does that number have some historic relevance? It's bonfire night. It's bonfire night. But I think the big 115 is November the 5th this year is the 2024 US election, which is going to change the whole world. All right. 11-5. 11's the 5th prime. So maybe that City game will have 5 goals. Who knows? Lucifer equals 115 if you want to focus on gematria. So, yeah, November the 5th is a big, big date. A big date. They keep mentioning Achilles and Fury build-up. Anthony Gordon. Sock got ripped on his Achilles. He was born date of the Ukraine invasion. Any ideas? Yeah, I've got an idea. Remember when Beckham did his Achilles, and so did Kobe? It's biblical Achilles, and I can break it down quickly if you want. Do you want me to break down Achilles and the Achilles heel and how it connects to Jacob, the heel grabber? So, one of the most famous Hellenic heel is that of Achilles. Okay? And Achilles connects to Jacob in the Bible. There's these similarities. Both deal with the issues of human weakness, of struggling with fate, and of the often mysterious will of the divine. So, yet while Achilles' heel is a mortal weakness bound up with fate and the aloof and mysterious divine, you had also Jacob's heel grabbing, this moral weakness that's confronted by a gracious God who operates on the basis of not flesh but promise. So, according to legend, Achilles is the son of a mortal father and a goddess mother, and is invulnerable except for his heel. All right? He becomes the foremost Achaean warrior. It's this model of heroic virtue. And Achilles' feet are famous not only for his legendary heel, but he's described as swift-footed. So after eventually re-entering this battle, Achilles is ultimately killed by an arrow to his ankle or his heel. And in what follows, you'll see the fate of Achilles. So, like I said, Achilles was a man. His fatal weakness is a result of not some character flaw in himself, but rather the foibles of the gods and the dictates of fate. So, Achilles, it's just all comes back to the divine, which is what's going on in this world, and we're just not aware of it. So yeah, that's why your Achilles heel, as we say, your Achilles heel is something that is a weakness for you. You would say, I don't know, chocolate is my Achilles heel. So a lot of these stars, they get these Achilles injuries. And like I said, Kobe got one and continued playing with it with a ruptured Achilles. Bayer Leverkusen will lose to Atlanta. Why? What makes you say that? Just out of interest. Usek is described as swift-footed. There you go. Just like Achilles. So, guys, imagine Fury goes down with an Achilles injury. God bless you, Johnny G. Something like that, because Fury said, I'm coming for your heart to Usek. And throughout the Bible, the heart is many people's Achilles heel. It's become so darkened. Imagine he ruptures his Achilles. That would just be off the charts, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Yeah, it connects to the fallen angels as well. So, all interesting. All interesting. But yeah, I'm hoping now that you guys can see that Bayern Munich being 18 points behind Leverkusen is not real. It's not about talent. Bayern Munich's squad's a different level. And you know Alonso's 42 years old. He won the Bundesliga at age 42. How many 42s do you want at this point? Like, in all seriousness. And did you see in the Oxford-Bolton game, number 20 assisted 23 for both of the goals? And Israel was attacked in 2023, which was the year that this season began. My mate, by the way, who I played for at Bradford City, my mate, Jake Wright, it's not so much my mate now, but I grew up playing Bradford City with him. He was actually the captain for Oxford United, if you want to Google him. So my captain at Bradford City was Jake Wright. And then he played for Bradford. He got released. But he ended up signing with Oxford, and he was the captain. So I'm sure he's happy today. I messaged LUCIFER yesterday. He wants a code for the Southampton Leeds game. Because he's going. That's pretty funny. So I agree, Johnny G, about Harry Kane. Noel Gallagher is on the board at Man City. Noel Gallagher equals 63. Oasis 63. He must know the code. He also grew up in a Jesuit family. Yeah, I believe the Gallagher brothers know. I think the whole thing about where they're not friends is all a show as well. All right? It's all a show. Do you know what I mean? I felt like that when I was a kid. I knew that as a kid. Have you contacted Decoded Oz? No, and I have no reason to want to. We were never friends. I thought he was a coder that was very, very talented, and he still is. But I've got nothing to say to that guy. I wish him the best. I don't know if he's still posting about me. I have no idea. But you can learn from him. It's just, I don't know. I don't get along with him, to be honest. I think he sees me in a certain way. He thinks I'm arrogant and cocky and a liar and a fraud and this, that, and the other. But he knows I can code. We used to message each other a lot. We respected each other as coders. No doubt about it. But for whatever reason, he doesn't like me. I'm not going to waste my energy with people that don't like me. And I don't go on Twitter now. I don't know what he posts. I don't have a clue. I know he's got Arsenal for the league. So I'm sure he hopes that Arsenal win it. And if they do, his fines are incredible. I've said that. He makes great fines. I just think his hit rate with futures is non-existent. That's just, and I think that's true unless he can show me differently. But I don't care about him showing me differently. So yeah, Emmanuel, yeah, the fight, you see the odds. Fury is like minus 118, Uzek plus 110. But it's crazy the Ukrainians fighting the Englishman. And this Murphy's the hero for Oxford today. And the Ukraine was invaded by Russia on his birthday. So it's like trying to figure out who that benefits, if it benefits either of them. So, yeah, you've got Uzek slightly. They've both got really different strengths. You know what I mean? But it's whatever the code is. Nothing major stood out to me other than Uzek dropping to 21-1. Because Vatican City was founded 211. So Super Bowl was on 211, 47th prime, 47th US president. But yeah, it's not something I would, if anyone bets on that fight, just be very careful. If there's a knockout, I'd be shocked, but there could be. A lot of these heavyweight fights, they're slow. And I couldn't sit down and watch a heavyweight fight. It's not the same. Like in the 90s, these guys could move. They were fast. They were going for each other. Now it's kind of just moving around. They're huge, aren't they, guys? They're massive. These guys are huge. And it's just about, it's more like defending, and then is one guy going to pop him off? I don't think there'll be a knockout, but again, there could be. But I'm telling you, if Fury does his Achilles, that might be the greatest thing ever after what's just happened in this live stream. I ain't singing Wonderwall, bro. Maybe another time. Son should have stayed at Leverkusen. Yeah, you go to Spurs, you know you ain't winning anything. It's a shame personalities get in the way. You guys are gifted at coding. Yeah, but bro, I have an unbelievable community on my website, which has taken me years to put together. Thank you, God. And there's a lot of great coders there who are humble and respectful, and they share their insights. We help each other. I no longer have the time to be going back and forth on Twitter with people. I was getting 20, 30 messages a day on Twitter. People sending me the codes. What do you think of this illusion? Can you add to this? You've got the same pick? And I'm like, I would respond to all of them. I'm just tired now. So can Decoding Oz code? Absolutely. Do I know what he's done over the last 2 months? I have no idea. Does he like me? No, he doesn't. Do I care? No, I don't. Not being disrespectful? No. Never met the guy. Don't know what he looks like. I just think we had a year and a half together. We'd always share our finds. We inspired each other. He took some of mine. I took some of his. That's just what we did. We shared it. We had no issue with that. I know he thought that I needed his codes. I was doing coding 2 years before I ever knew who Decoding Oz was. Maybe 3. I didn't know who he was. I can code. I don't need help. But if I find a coder, guys, how many times did I praise him? I would come in my live stream. There was about a 3-month period where I was like, guys, follow Decoding Oz on Twitter. He's got an unbelievable mind. All right. He makes connections that nobody else makes. I praised him. I don't think he ever once praised me online and said, go support the illusion. Never once. So there's just a time he called me out. He accused me of all sorts of things. He doesn't like that I believe in God. I think that's the main reason we don't communicate anymore. But if you like Decoding Oz, follow him. Go on his Patreon. I don't know what his hit rate's like anymore. I just know with futures, I don't know how many he's got. But I know he's good. If it weren't about gambling, it'd be even better, I think. Because he makes finds that are just, whoa, geez. But so do I. So do I. So do people on my website. Every day, it's like, whoa. So it's not just a handful of coders anymore. There's more and more people making great finds. It's just who's consistent. Who's consistent? That's the difference. Because there's some of you here in the chat that are great, and you'll do things like Riddler will find Bayern to lose 4-2 today. Can he do that daily? But he did it, and it's amazing. So it's just consistency. Can you keep calling futures? Are you inspiring people? Can you teach people? Can you present it? Can you verbally present it? Not many coders that verbally present the code. They just put it on Twitter, and that's okay. That's their choice. Not everybody wants to sit in front of a screen talking. It's not for everybody. Not everybody can do it. But I do have to go, guys. Your community is awesome. I appreciate that. I'm not even going to say he's jealous, Ollie. That word. It's just, I don't know. He thinks I'm self-righteous. I think he thinks I'm self-righteous and it's all about me. But I think you guys know that. If you're on my website, you know it ain't all about me. We have a great community, and Twitter's toxic. Twitter's toxic. It is it's the most toxic platform. And like I said, I don't need anybody to help me code, but I appreciate when people share finds with me. But it's one of them. It's not like I'm waiting for you to give me information because please help me. I don't need help, but I enjoy it. Can somebody give me a woo if you know what I'm saying? I don't need any help with coding. Like I don't need any help coaching football. But if somebody wants to go, hey, you could make this activity a bit better. Hey, I've got these activities for dribbling. Maybe you don't know what they are. Do you want to see them? Yeah, mate, please. All right. And I'll look to take those activities and make them better. And if I make them better, hey, mate, I took your activity. I think I've made it better. Do you want to see what I've done? Oh, yeah, mate. Let me see. Oh, whoa. I never thought of that. Thank you. Yeah. And that's how the world should be. Not be like, you took my activity and made it better. Like, you thief. It's like everything's already been done, guys. Like, people have said, he stole my find about this. It's like, I didn't even know you made it. You think you're the only person in the world that made that find? Like, for example, Israel was attacked 911 days after Prince Philip died. You think you're the only person that saw that? You don't think I do those spans of these major people that I've been talking about for years when there's a major event? Okay? I make these finds every day. Do sometimes people make them before me? Yes. Does that mean I've seen it? So I think when people are like, you copied me, you copied me, you copied me, you stole my 666. It's like, how do you know that? How do you know that you did it before me? What, because you said it before me, maybe? I don't reveal everything, every discovery that I make. So again, that's ego. That's ego people doing that. You stole my work. Guys, like I said, I've written 11 books. I've already coded 10 futures this year. Now, if there was another coder who'd coded the exact same 10 futures as me and put them out a year ago before me, and then I just took his futures, come to me and say, well, you took Decode Gematria's codes. He had all those 10 teams before you even posted. Then you're probably like, okay, wait, has Illusion really just stolen this guy's 10 futures? There ain't another coder that's done 10 futures this year. I don't need help, but I like to learn. I also know that I don't know everything, that there's people that find things that make me go, wow. There's some of you in the chat that make me go, whoa, that's really interesting. I didn't know that. What am I supposed to do now? Just hide that information and not tell people? Or like, I saw it and Robbie Gubbins left a comment on my chat at 3:32 p.m. saying this. And Robbie's from Luton and he's got a sister. Do you want me to break everything down? When I share all of my work, do you think I have an issue with people going around telling people? Go tell them. Go tell them. Does it bother me if you tell people that I did it? Tell them. Do you sell a book bundle? What I do with some of my books, when people want multiple ones, I check their finances out. And I'm just like, hey, let me know your financial situation. Let me know what you're willing to pay. And we'll come to a deal. I'm not like, no, this is how much the books cost and you've got to give me that amount. I trust people's honesty. So if they go, bro, I only have $10, but I want all those 3 books. I'd rather not, but I'll do it. I go, okay, fine. And if you get another $10 in a month, maybe pay me. If not, there you go. There's the 3. Enjoy. I'd rather them read it than not read it and me get a less amount than be like, nope, pay me the full amount or you ain't getting the books. I've never been greedy. USEC by split decision or unanimous decision is what I would pick. Yeah, Fury's been doing that. So a lot of people want Fury to get knocked out. If I had to pick, I think Fury, but I would not recommend betting on it. I think Fury wins. But again, it's just, I haven't done enough work into it to be comfortable. How can anyone doubt Adam's coding? Total ego at play here, and they confuse your conviction and cries for self-righteousness, which is BS. Yeah, I think I've said this right before I go, right? Because Adam, I'm saving for a new laptop. But I don't go around handing people money for laptops. No. If you want books and you're struggling, I'll help you. I don't donate so people can buy a laptop. I think you can work hard and get one. Like my laptop, I had to work really hard to get it. So no, I'm not that nice where I'm like, oh yeah, mate, send me your PayPal. Let me buy you a laptop. No, sorry, mate. I won't do that. So Adam Winfried, do you remember my Oprah video? That was pretty good about New Age. What was I going to say? All right before I go is this, and this is fair. All of you, every single one of you can have your opinion of me. Self-righteous, cocky, genius, annoying, funny, caring, whatever, multiple things, maybe all of them in one. You're entitled to all of that, okay? And that's fine. You have your opinion, all right? I'm good with that. I have no issue. You have every right. But anybody who attempts, and there's people that do it, who say the illusion can't code, that's just like, that's just silly. So when you turn it, illusion can't code. Illusion has to steal everybody's work. All right. Illusion can only code football. All right. Illusion doesn't call futures. All these accusations about me, that you can't, they're all lies. To say I can't code is like saying Messi can't play football, or LeBron can't dunk, or Usain Bolt's not quick. It's silly when you say I can't code. Because, again, the majority of coders code in my style. Now, I'm happy with that. Good for them. But say whatever you want about my personality, my appearance, my kitchen, my fridge magnets, my hat, all that shit that people say stuff about. You can. Don't say I can't code. Or I need to copy other people to... How do I stream for 2 or 3 hours and pull out these numbers? Do I need help? I don't. So anyways, thank you all for that. I want to buy several copies of Adam's upcoming book so I can give them to friends and family, but they shouldn't have the PDFs for free when Adam works so hard. I appreciate that. I need to get it done, bro. Stay awesome, Adam. We appreciate you. Appreciate all of you. This book's going to be a tough one, but I'm going to do it, Ollie. I'm going to do it. I just need to find time for myself. Not code all the time. Coaching, working out, meeting people. All right, responding to me. It's just constant. I need some time to write this. And do you know what the goal of the book is, Ollie? To show you that the devil exists, that God exists, and that you want to choose God. That's the goal, that you're going to read this and go, whoa. What he's saying here about society is so true. I never literally thought this was spiritual, but he's backing it up with the Bible. Wow. Maybe there is a God. Maybe I should read that Bible. That's what a lot of my books are, to lead you to the Bible. Even the ones about the numbers. The code's so beautiful and perfect that it's divine or supernatural. It ain't man. So that's a lot of the goal of my books. So yeah, thank you. Right, I have to go. All right, crazy stuff. Bundesliga, Leverkusen win, undefeated, ridiculous. And you know what I'm intrigued in? Let's see how Leverkusen do next season. Can somebody give me a woo? Let's see how Leverkusen do next season. Yeah? See if they finish on 90 points next year, yeah? Oh no, they got some injuries. It'll be something like that. They got complacent. They ain't getting anywhere near 90 points next season. Yeah, Gus, that's so hilarious. I don't think it'll be that extreme. I don't think they get relegated. That would just be too ridiculous. But yeah, let's see if they win the league next year, shall we? With 90 points. Comical. Truly comical. Adam, have you had lunch? No, brother. I'm going to take my girlfriend out. And I only said I would be going live for 20 minutes, and I've done 50. So that's pretty harsh from me. But I'm taking her out for lunch. So I'll do that. I just need to go hang up my washing. Do not enjoy that. 19 watching, 21 likes. Prince Philip Born, 1921. So many of these codes revolved around the royal family, guys. So God bless you all. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate you all on the website, all your insights. And I probably will do a live stream for you tomorrow for the Super Sunday. Yeah, with City, Arsenal, all of that. I'll probably do that. All right, guys. And you guys give me all your insights and good luck, whatever you decide to do. God bless you all. Thank you for watching. God wins. Woo!